Hi Cancer, it's Chandler. This is your June 2018 tarot card reading. Man, Cancer, wow, you guys have been going through a few things. But I think, in all honesty, you guys have been leveling up. You guys have been showing up on time. You guys have been grinding. You guys have been trying really hard. And you do it in such an amazing way with also going with the flow. Like, striving for the things that you really want, but doing it slower, right? More methodically. Maybe a little bit more thoughtfully than most. And slow and steady sometimes wins the race. That's all I'm saying. Team Cancer. I'm not a Cancer myself. If you don't know me, I'm actually a Libra. But my boyfriend is a Cancer, and man, do I know him. And, he can't deny it. Sometimes I'm just really dead on with what he needs to do, and he knows it. Sometimes he has a way of just talking me out of my funks like nobody else. And God knows he has a tolerance level that's of astronomical proportions. Am I right? But I think that there's something to be said about you guys wanting to get further along, right? Maybe you've been putting others before yourself too much. Does that sound like you? Okay. Abundance. A lot of you guys have been grinding, I'm telling you. You guys want what you want, and you want it worse than I think most signs do. You're hungry. But what else? Whoa, flying out. The Crone and the Ten of Fire. Wow, some of you guys are going through a major transition. What is this, Cancer? The Crone in general is a very Cancerian card. It's this independent spiritedness that I think you guys are really finding some resonance with this June, especially. And it's involving your craft. It's involving what you are working on mastering, whether that's a very ethereal and spiritual path, or whether that happens to be a desk job that you're getting promoted in, or your career, being promoted in your career. Either way, I think that this is very tasteful, the way you've done this. And it's been like so hard at times, right? It's been really hard to just uphold these standards for yourself at times, because I feel as though you guys have been judged, ridiculed, just beaten down along your path, but that little part of you that told you it was all worth it and it was all going to be okay and this is what you want, and you just stayed strong in that. I'm proud of you. The Four of Earth. Some of you may be involved with the Taurus. Some of you may have Earth in your chart. I feel as though you guys really know, really understand something more than you did before. What is it? You also have the Six of Air, indicating some kind of balance, right? Harmony, understanding. So abundance, as it comes up, I really want to clarify this, because I'm thinking this could actually be a little bit of a career reading. If not, it's like a life purpose reading for sure. It's something that you guys have been working on soul level for a very long time. And I think in June you're going to be able to reap a lot of rewards, or at least see abundance come your way as a kind of return investment, right? Because abundance has everything to do with giving and receiving. So Seven of Cups comes out. Do you guys feel like you have a lot of options? Could there be potentially a lot of choices to make in June. I feel like some of you are entrepreneurs. I feel like some of you are looking at this reading in hopes of knowing which direction to go in. You have the Ace of Swords, which indicates a new business venture, a new insight, new opportunity, something with a lot of momentum, something that will literally take you into a different chapter of your life pretty quickly. It also has the ability to cut through the BS, cut through some of the confusion or options that may have clouded your vision. It's this foresightedness that is acute, okay, and it is very strong for you guys right now. And I feel like this abundance, you guys are getting it because you're applying yourselves in different ways. Something new about the actual industry you're in, maybe even. A broader scope of knowledge, right? A broader scope of learning or success in a different way. Something that might be even socially out of the norms. The Page of Wands and Seven of Cups comes up because I believe this is something that is very new to you, right? You're expanding, but in which way? Well, you're learning something for sure. Maybe recently, within the month of May or even April, you started working at a different business. Maybe you're in a different office. Maybe you're starting up a new career. Something that will be much more lucrative for you, but it also entails a lot of your mental capacity, right? It also demands a lot of your drive, your willpower. It might be a very competitive industry as well. Okay, I'm getting a lot of momentum. I'm getting a lot of almost like a competitive feeling, like gotta be quick on our toes, like go, 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 move, move, move. Abundance, you have to be investing a lot of energy in this because the abundance that I feel is great. So there may be a potential for a great reward, right? Or and a good investment for you guys. And despite the fact that Cancer has been slow and steady this whole time, right? This last year, it's been like slow and steady. Keep the pace, keep going. Cancers have done it really well. But what I'm seeing now is like bam, 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 bam. So maybe in June there's this pickup, right? That happens almost immediately for you. It's like, bam, we're doing this. There's no question. There's no deliberating. There's no hesitation even, right? You're just so willing to move forward. You're so enthusiastic about this. This is really good news, right? Page of Wands brings good news, right? It could be a message from someone. It could be a confirmation on a deal you've been waiting for. Wands have multiple purposes, and they carry information from one place to another sometimes. So I'm getting this very communicative feeling from this, like a message, something you've been waiting for, to hear word, that kind of thing. But the Seven of Cups, what came out very first, meaning that you might have a lot of options, right? There could be a lot of ways this could go for you. There could be, a potential for different avenues within this one industry, and you're kind of refining those maybe. But nonetheless, it is a window of opportunity that's open for you. So the Crone and Ten of Fire. So what the Ten of Fire symbolizes too is a new beginning, okay? But even more so with your craft, okay? Something that you do, whether it's an artistry, right? Some of you may be graphic designers. Maybe some of you may be website developers or app developers. Something very techy I'm getting, but also in the ways of transformation, something that turns something into another thing. And with the Crone, it means that you're doing this very independently, even against social norms, right? And with the technology nowadays, it seems like advancements happen every time you snap your fingers. And it's happening that quick for you this month, okay? So it's really, really an interesting reading so far. With the Crone especially, I'm getting a very Cancerian, Aquarian feeling. So you guys might have some Aquarius in your chart, Pisces as well. Something that's a little bit even esoteric or new age. The Ten of Fire has this very alien type of figure on it, right? Even compared to some of the animalistic figures or the humanistic figures, this is alien in nature to me. So something that's new age, something that's a little bit open-minded, okay? And it's that you're becoming a master at it. I think that this will be very good for you. I think that this has the potential to really light a fire within you, Cancer. And most of the time, I think Cancers might be a little hesitant of that, but rest assured, this is something that you've wanted, okay? The crone didn't become the crone overnight. She had to be very consistent. She had to be very determined, very willful, okay? I'm sure she had a lot of pressure maybe to go with the social norms, to just marry and have children, but that's not what she saw her life being. And there's a certain vision, okay? There's a certain vision taking place here in the month of June for you. It's an insight, it's word, it's a good to go, it's a confirmation, allowing you to finally move forward with something. And in a way, it's on your own. In a way, it's independent from other things that you've been doing before. So really interesting. Let's see what comes out for the crone and the 10 of fire. You know, some of you may be working with a Taurus. I keep coming back to that card because it seems as though someone is offering you a more stable foundation. The 9 of coins. This definitely has a lot to do with your business, Cancer. This has a lot to do with independent artistry. This has a lot to do with your craft. Okay, so the 9 of coins comes up because you are refining something. It is coming to a culmination. It's coming to the apex. It's coming to, it's almost this moment of recognition, I'm hearing, or reflection, that it's either so uniquely yours and you've mastered the certain subject, or you're finally feeling as though you have. Okay, so either way, whether you are actually mastering something, right, getting to a certain skill level that is only obtained by a few, or if you are simply coming into yourself, I feel as though this is a very Tauran energy in that sense because, you know, this authenticity is just radiating from you, Cancer. It's also a certain acceptance that your skills are your own, right? I think maybe you've been trying to go so much with the flow that you, not necessarily that you wanted to go against it, but just maybe that it was the easiest thing for you to do for a while, or it was a habit that you developed because you wanted to learn or maybe fit in. But this is totally different. This is something where Cancers are saying, look at me. Look at me. And it's not in a gluttonous or egotistical way either. It's just kind of like, yeah, what I've done, that's my work. And you're welcome. Can I get clarity for the 3 of Earth, please? I really am interested to see what kind of Tauran energy this is. Okay, so that was really weird. It was kind of stuck. And it was the 4 of Swords. So you might have an offer that you really need to contemplate about, okay? I'm not seeing that this is necessarily a timeline. I'm seeing this as surmounting energies, like layer upon layer upon layer. You kind of get the bigger picture, but you have to keep going. It's kind of Capricornian energy in that way. You've got to keep scaling the mountain step by step, but trusting that each step is required, right? Each puzzle piece needs to eventually fit in. And with this Capricorn, I'm feeling as though this could be a partner for you guys. This could be someone who's very consistent and reliable, helping you out, giving you a hand. It could be someone who's upholding the home front. Maybe you're a woman and you have to go back to work and your husband is going to be the stay-at-home dad. You know, that kind of feeling where it's like, I got you, babe. Go do your thing. Go do it. If this is a very Capricorn or Taurian man, I would say, especially if you have Taurus in your chart, that this is you. And in the home front with your family, the dynamics are definitely are going to change. You're going to be stepping up, holding up a heavier weight, maybe even more responsibility. If you can see this character, he's just coming out of battle and he's still upholding this fortress, right? And who knows how many people or souls that he could be protecting by doing so. He feels very committed almost to a fault where he is not moving. He's stubborn in a way, in that sense. So maybe this is telling you, just as the crone has a certain stubbornness to her, you might need to uphold your standards, right? There could be some options that come your way that either don't feel right, don't sit right, they are kind of wishy-washy or risky even. I don't see much potential for a risk in your reading, but just so you know, you might have to contemplate your options. I do see several options coming your way in the month of June that could be enticing. And you could even feel as though you have to take certain options, right? But I don't see very much of you going through much of a negative habitual pattern where you're not deciding, because that's not very Cancer anyways. But even in this chart, it seems like you guys are just ready. Like, that's been the whole feeling. My voice is sped up, like I've gotten more energy. It just seems as though that's exactly what you guys are doing. And you're nailing it. Like, I feel like last month in May, there was a huge emphasis on Leo's efficiency. I don't know what astrologically is going on for Cancer, but it seems like no one can deny Cancer's efficiency at this time, or this month in June. Cancers are on top of it. They're on the ball. They've been observant. They've been aware. They've been watching. And they have been thinking about what their next move is the whole time. And finally, when you spring it on us, we're all going to be like, what? Cancer? This is awesome. So Earth and the Four of Swords. So definitely needing to deliberate. There's probably a lot of momentum behind your decision, and therefore it might feel crucial, critical, or, like really necessary. And so it's really important that you nail exactly what you want, and don't be afraid to, express it. Be open to that insight, because something may come to you that you weren't aware of beforehand. Lots of structure, lots of reward. Okay. So, towards the end of the month, we've got the Six of Air and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So maybe your job right now, maybe your career has been breaking your back, you're overwhelmed with things, you don't like it there. There's going to be a lot of perspective shifts, okay? Seeing the big picture, and maybe even having it change your consciousness in a way that you don't feel like taking it anymore. The Queen of Cups comes up because I feel like you guys have the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups, symbolizing there's some kind of graduation happening, right? The Knight to the Queen, it's this step, but instead of having this transfer of energy and maybe even giving your energy to someone else's purpose, it's going right back in your cup, baby. It's going right back to you. The Queen of Cups does not spend her energy in places that are not worthy of it. The Knight of Wands, unfortunately, will spew his energy just about to anyone who crosses his way. He's very careless in that way. And this is talking about some careless energy being poured to fruitless endeavors or just to the wrong cause in general. But a transfer of energy nonetheless. A willing it away, even. So the Queen of Cups, again, this is a very feminine energy, and it could very well pertain to you, Cancer. But also just any watery sign, right? If you have other water in your chart, that could apply to you. But there is a certain Aquarian energy, okay, that I'm picking up. There's also Tauran energy, because we are still in Taurus season. But yes, so the Queen of Cups, okay, we're talking about your energy, turning what your weaknesses have been into your strengths, turning what may have stopped you in the past or what was your excuse or maybe your fear, and instead putting your battle face on. Instead putting your strongest step forward at this time. Because you know what? The Queen of Cups is not weak. She is not weak. Even though she's very gentle, very understanding, very intuitive, right? She is the wisest. She is the strongest because she has been through the deepest depths, right? We're talking about water. This is relating to you, Cancer. You guys have been to the depths, and I know it. So this year, even though it may feel as though There have been only some minor shifts. This is very prominent energy for you, and I feel like this is going to work beautifully in your life in the month of June. Some of you are going to be coming into a lot of prosperity. You have the abundance card. I haven't seen that one yet in June. So you guys are being showered with love, showered with options, okay? Even though too many options may feel like a burden at times, be thankful that you have them, okay? Because you have them and you have freedom of choice. And although there might be pressures to take one option over the other, I feel like you guys are just going to know. You guys are just going to have this strong and stubborn sense of where to go. And I know that's the very typical Taurian energy, but Taurans, when they have their eye on something, they know where to go. They know it. It's very instinctual with Taurans. Cancers might need some help in that area because you guys are water, and sometimes that very deliberate action is hard to make. But you guys are being so gently guided. You have all of everything that you need, okay? You have all of the things that are necessary in order to move into the next chapter or move into the next phase because it is much more prosperous, much more mature, okay? Talking about maturity, mastery, and you have a higher perspective, which is of utmost importance in the end of the month, right? The Queen of Cups energy, again, it's kind of calling me because it resonates so much with you, Cancer, and it's where your home is. The Queen of Cups is like coming home. And I feel as though you guys are being so reflective on your past, the crone being symbolized very much so in regard to her past, how she's lived her life. And for those of you who have been who have been through a really bad time in life in the past few years, you are going to come out the strongest of all. The Six of Air relates to home and family as far as the six goes, but air being a very intellectual feeling. So as we review the home and family, it's kind of like just this overall very necessary understanding over all of the situations that have gone on, whether it has been financial, whether it's been personal, or with another person in a relationship. There is either this just coming to truce, right? Expressiveness and understanding that allows you to even further reflect and work on, right? Finally, it's kind of coming into perspective exactly what you need to do, and it's that green light. It's just really, really cool. So on the top of this deck, I shuffled it beforehand, and we have Moon Goddess, which is so suiting for Cancerian women. But I'm going to go ahead and shuffle one more time since we've been sitting here for a few minutes. Let's see what just popped out. I won't keep these because I have to cut the deck. Okay. Do the spirit guides have anything to say for Cancers in June? Okay, this one definitely wanted to be seen. Ancient knowledge. So again, some of you are meditating. Some of you are literally creating space so that you can expand in the coming months. You may feel this abundance coming your way. I see a lot of you wanting to meditate, wanting to create space, wanting to embrace the feelings that are coming. Maybe things have felt a little stagnant lately, but you feel as though you're being directed. And some of you are already heeding that call. But those of you who need to, feel a little bit more before you decide what to do or what practice to take, this involving practices, this involving meditation, going within, insight, you're getting this inclination or you're getting this push, right? This nudge to meditate, to really go within, okay? And there might be a few times where you really need to just reach your authenticity within and ask yourself what you really desire, what you truly want out of this, because if all signs point to yes, you just have to pick which one. Ancient knowledge. There is a flame inside your heart, a light that stems from the dawn of time. Ancient love and ancient knowledge are being rekindled. Close your eyes, connect with and feel the loving wisdom you hold. Let it flow out from your heart and transform your life. Beautiful, beautiful, Cancer. Any truth bombs from the angels? Man, that was a good reading, Cancer. I'm really happy about that because you know what? I've been rooting for you guys. I'm Team Cancer. I love you guys. And you guys have so much more potential and capacity than I think many people are willing to admit to you. Because underlyingly, they know you're very strong. They know that you are very patient, too. So they may be the rabbit, you know, trying to get to the finish line, but you will be the tortoise, right? Or the crab, you know, taking your sweet time and eventually being in the same spot that they are. You know, time, you guys, this is just great. Time is worked out for you. Time has been in your favor, and it is your time. All right, I don't think the angels have anything to say for you guys. I wish you luck in June. Hopefully I will see you in July. My name's Chandler Christine. I do offer personal readings if you'd like to check the link down in the description box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and definitely make sure to check out your sun, moon, or rising signs, as they may provide more information for you that I otherwise didn't see in this reading. All right, good luck, Cancer. Bye.